Two great pivot men tonight, Chris. The position has obviously changed over the last couple years. If you were playing now, you think you'd be more of a 4 or a 5?
You know, Kevin, I think I'd be a 3. I played the 4 and 5 in the NBA when I played, and I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help, because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5 the way the game is evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you could do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did, from the Pejas, Stojakovic's, and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space, because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Paul George is out there with Russell. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Porter at the small forward position. Now here is George. That misses off the backboard.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Rubio finds James. From 17 feet out, and there's another one for the Knicks.
No one commands more attention from the defense. But LeBron knows how to beat it. I mean, he can do it in a variety of ways.
Russell passes to George. Stolen by Smart. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside, Russell. Smart against George.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Paul George.
No, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold stretch.
Smart finds Gobert. Now the pass to Rubio. Releases. Here's Davis. Buries the easy one. Davis has got his second basket.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's Embiid. Porter dishes to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Over Rubio. That one no good. So New York will take it the other way. James against Porter. James, the pass to Gobert. They get a hand on it. Russell against Gobert. Pass to Porter. Shoots over Rubio. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Smart kicks to James. Over Russell. James, no good. The 76ers trail by 8. Porter looking it over. Out to Russell. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Green dishes to Russell. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Embiid, the pass to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale, and a lot of their focus is their strategy going up against Paul George, who was a threat from distance and at the rim. You can't take everything away, but surrendering long twos is probably the safest plan.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Russell following the basket by LeBron James. Porter passes to George from deep. And the 76ers get it back. Davis against Russell. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Gobert against Embiid. 6 to shoot. To the wing right side. Russell with a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
James in the post. Started by Porter. And the dunk by James.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Now George. Outside, Russell. Passes it to Porter. Green breaking loose. Porter, no luck. Knicks on offense. They're on a 16-5 run.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
James, no good.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Throw good, Paul George. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
Now, here is Gallinari after LeBron James's miss. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Pass to George with the shot. It's hauled in by Harris.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
The three from George. It's rebounded by New York.
He has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Harris, bounce pass, and the basket is good. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now, here's George. To halt the run. Higgins outside. And James pulls it down.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Rubio misses. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 13. Now, here's Rozier. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now, here's Rubio. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Rubio, the pass to LeBron. And they double up LeBron. Smart, wide open, he fires. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Smart's got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't. You know, it's based off ego, how hard you work, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. You read excellent. Teams deciding to change it up. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now, here's Rozier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. They need this one. Good work defensively by Smart.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
None passes to Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into a scoring chance. I love that assist.
And here is Rozier. Kicks to Wiggins. With some arc. Allen with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
First one falls for him. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from three. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
Yeah, and the second pick in the 2016 draft out of Duke, Brandon Ingram, possessing a rare combination of length and shooting ability.
Now, here's Rozier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Gallinari kicks to LeVert. There's the pass to Wiggins. Over Smart. And that one hits back iron. The Knicks leading by 20. Pass to Harris. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations, I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Here at numbers for Gallinari, coming off a terrific season, 4th in free throw percentage, and he also shot his way into the top 5 in percentage from long range. Just a knockdown shooter.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. Now here's LeVert. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Wiggins passes to Rozier. Nurkic in the post. He's against Allen. And it's sent back by Allen. Here's Smart. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Rozier with the ball. Passes it to Wiggins. Over Ingram. Here's Nurkic. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Pass to Harris. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Smart now atop the key. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And that one falls for Smart.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with this fiery approach to the game.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And so, Smart nails both of them. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the 76ers. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. pass to Levert from deep three-point range, but they get it back. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's the Knicks running away with it. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Now you see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Well, with Ingram's length and athletic ability, he can really get flashy with his dunks.
Pass to Nurkic. Gallinari attacking, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Harris. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one, because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic. How about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from. And that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
One is no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. And he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Here's none. That one falls.
Well, Ingram played some point guard in high school. Right there you see him showing off his passes.
The Knicks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Knicks. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Passes it to Nurkic. Gallinari against Thompson. Gallinari outside. Unloads. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And here are the Knicks. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrated that he can be an anchor on the defense.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Smart passes to Nunn. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And the Knicks miss again. The 76ers trail by 21. Pass to Brooks. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Yep, that one goes in there. LeVert's got 5 points in the court.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Thompson with it, now guarded by Gallinari. The pass to Allen. Ingram outside. Back to Allen. Nice D from Brooks. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Russell finds Nurkic. Out to Russell. From the wing. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Miami Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
The 76ers trail by 21. Russell looking around. Gallinari outside. Three-pointer, LeVert. He can't get it to go. The Knicks go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Russell. Allen outside. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Ingram. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Pass to LeVert. Shoots it. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. LeVert's got 7 now in this quarter.
It took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come from him.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20-25-5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Gobert, he's checked in for Allen. Anthony Davis comes in for Thompson. LeBron's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Marcus Smart. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Green comes in for Gallinari. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Brooks. And Georgia subbed in for Karis LeVert. They grabbed their own miss. Embiid. Here's Porter. And finally, that one's good.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
God, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Down low. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
George, that's a two-pointer. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. George has got 6 points.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Rubio outside. Poke loose. And now the 76ers on the break. And it's Paul George with the finish.
When you have a four-man with this kind of vision and the unselfishness to go with it, unreal advantage. Draymond Green getting it done.
Up top, Gobert. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And New York making a change here. Harris is checked in.
Tobias Harris.
And so it's New York with it.
Oh! I love how fierce James is. A ferocious dunk artist.
George against Harris. Deep two from Russell. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Russell's got his second bucket. The Knicks leading by 15. Now James. He's got 10. Tries again. And it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got his first basket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
George, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The drive by LeBron. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Porter.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Wiggins comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Rozier in for D'Angelo Russell. Free throw good, LeBron. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
And his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him. Hard work on the boards, a lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And it's George missing. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Harris inside, covered by Wiggins. Harris misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Wiggins surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Passes to Green. Shoots over Rubio. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it's good for 2.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Philadelphia calls time here. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same
so
stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together? Our kids to play together. We can win one. That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Rozier up top, covered by LeBron. Pass to George. Outside, Green. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Rubio dishes to Harris. Rozier against LeBron. Shot clock at 6. And Davis throws it down.
Such a creative player. Look, James is fantastic at reading the floor and finding his teammates.
James against Rozier. And George kicks to Wiggins. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wiggins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
You can't give James a lane to the basket. He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
James against Rozier. 1:06 left in the first half of the game. Gobert with the block, and they'll keep possession.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
Here's Gobert, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
First free throw is good.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And Gobert drops them both. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. LeBron against Rozier. Wiggins inside the line. Offensive rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
James, the pass to Gobert. Left side, Davis. 6 to shoot. Over Green. Here's Gobert and Embiid with the block.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Now, here's Rozier. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's New York rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, Draymond, at times in that first half, they got it going in transition. Why were they able to beat you defensively?
I don't think it was so much defensively if it was offensively. We turned the ball over, and you can't defend that. When they get out running, their guards are going to get loose. So we just got to stop turning the ball over offensively, and that'll help our defensive turn.
Yeah, your coach calls them plays of insanity, Draymond, so we'll see if you can adjust that in the second half. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Oh, you're so right, Greg. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Draymond Green. Russell is out there with Paul George. Then it's Porter. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. James left side. Green with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And he makes the first. The NBA fans sometimes called the 6th man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She make them creatively. They be bright, they be big, and we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris, or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans, how loud they are, how they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
Back to Russell. Shoots over Rubio. And it's Russell missing.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And finished off by LeBron.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
George passes to Embiid. Knocked away. George against Smart. And George, here we go.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. Whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
So a nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Russell kicks to Embiid. Back to Russell. 76ers moving the ball around. Outside, George over LeBron. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's 13 points for George. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. To the paint. Pulls up on the elbow. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Porter. Feeds it to Green. Davis against Russell. Back to Green. Over Rubio. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, fans around the league love to hate Draymond Green for how outspoken he is. But I honestly believe the hate fuels Green. He loves to play the bad guy.
And C-Web, as you were talking about with Draymond Green, he's embraced the role in the past of villain in the NBA. But he said during the playoffs last year he wants to change his ways.
Yeah, right. We'll see. Draymond will irk opposing players and fans alike. But that's just a part of what makes him so effective. He's the ultimate example of a player who you love when he's on your team and you hate when he's not.
That's good from Green. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. Who does everything for a team but score. Not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
And both free throws good for Green.
And Green still plays with the chip on his shoulder. Should have never have fallen to the second round in the 2012 draft.
Smart against Brooks. James outside. Back to Smart. From deep. Nice D from Brooks.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Russell against Smart. Bounce pass Ingram. The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
Got to be in all, James. An offensive juggernaut. He's caught fire here tonight.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Gallinari outside. Smart against Russell. Over Smart. The 76ers with another miss. For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
His energy level has never dropped in his game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
Russell dishes to Gallinari for 3. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Knicks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. To the inside, and slam dunk by Allen.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Smart against Brooks. Deep 2 from Russell. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. 7 points for D'Angelo Russell.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Allen outside. He kicks it to James. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
LeBron is so aggressive, virtually unguardable, tough to contain when he's going up to shoot.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The first free throw is good.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
The Knicks making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. LeVert's checked in for the 76ers. Terry Rozier comes in for D'Angelo Russell. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a bit.
Poked away, stolen by LeVert. The kick out to Rozier. Over Thompson. Offensive rebound. Nurkic. And he banks in the layup. Nurkic has got 6 points.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
The pass to Nunn. Allen surveying the D. LeBron outside. 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LeBron's got 27.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the 76ers call time here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Checked in for Jared Allen. And the 76ers also making a change. Wiggins is checked in. And Philadelphia has possession. Pass to Gallinari. Over Harris. And it's Gallinari missing. New York's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Fades. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight. Gallinari outside. Takes it from 10. 2 points. That one goes. Gallinari's got 6. And here's James. He'll bring it up for New York. To the middle. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Gallinari. They get a hand on it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now a moment to see the stats for Wiggins, how he did last season. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 5 rebounds and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
No good on that one.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
Good on the second free throw. Here's LeBron. 27 points for him. Here's Nunn. LeBron outside. High arcing shot. Nunn, that's good. He's got 5.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about fear.
And here's LeVert. He's got 9. Here's Gallinari. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And that's now 8 points for Gallinari.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Here's James. Lays it up and banks it in.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Rozier the pass to Nurkic. On the wing, Wiggins. This is it to Rozier. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. And the 76ers get it back.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Ingram outside. Gallinari with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Nurkic finds Gallinari. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
So a moment now to see the story on Jusuf Nurkic. Great showing for him last season. 12th in rebounding and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Thompson, left side. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Rudy Gobert comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for LeBron. The 76ers also with a sub. Porter's checked in for Karis LeVert. 1:56 left in the third. Harris drives in. Some solid defense from Gallinari. 76ers shooting 37% so far in the third quarter. And they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. He dishes it to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Ingram. And it's Wiggins missing. New York's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Harris inside the line. Can't hit that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Down low, here's Gallinari. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Harris. The 76ers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. First one falls for him. Davis is checked in for New York. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Paul George comes in for Wiggins. Gallinari hits them both. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Rubio, the pass to Gobert. Back to Rubio. Up top, Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Harris outside. Puts up a 3. Harris missing again. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Davis sends it back. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. .44 seconds left to play in the third. Gallinari wide open.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Rubio against Rozier.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Gallinari. Outside, Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rozier. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for New York. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Barrett is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Wanamaker in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. And the pass to Barrett. Here's Wanamaker, covered by Barnes. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers shooting the ball poorly. Just 28% inside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Passes like that help develop team chemistry. Bogdanovich, I love the display of unselfishness.
Wanamaker, the pass to Barrett. Back to Wanamaker. Left side, Davis. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor,
it's all about the game. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Bogdanovich left side. Here's Barnes. Sinks the 15-footer. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter.
Still his go-to shot. Give Barnes any room to get comfortable from there. He's going to score.
Here's Wanamaker, defended by George. Wanamaker misses. To the paint. Now here's Barnes. Defense is right there. Rozier with the ball. Pass to Embiid.
And we know Embiid can shoot the ball, which is why he fools defenders with the pump fake. Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the #3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid because it's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
Allen's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And then for Philadelphia, Dylan Brooks. He's checked in for George. And it's Russell in for Terry Rozier. So he gets them both. Here's Nunn. Passes it to Davis. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Pass to Wanamaker. To the inside. Here's Nunn. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Bogdanovich. And there's the pass to Barnes. And with the likely return of prep-to-pro prospects, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
And that one falls for Davis. And both free throws good for Davis. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Embiid. Takes the 13-footer. Excellent D there from Allen.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him. And he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Here's Russell. Barnes trying to free himself up. And it's sent back by Allen. Floats it up for Davis. Rebound by the 76ers.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
6 to shoot. Bogdanovich. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Knicks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Harrison Barnes picks one up. Just read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Al Russell. Sweet little floater.
Feeling out the pick and roll. Russell never looks like he's in a hurry.
New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Allen outside, passes it to Davis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Davis has got 16 points here in the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
Barnes kicks to Russell. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's none. He's guarded by Russell, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made tonight. They've limited turnovers. That's helped them grow this lead and keep it.
The Knicks making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Nurkic checked in for Joel Embiid. Nurkic dishes to Barnes. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year it comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State, signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And he can't get the first one. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
And he sinks the second. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated. Constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media is going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Russell. Here's Wanamaker, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Line for your Knicks, Brad Wanamaker. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think it's adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Thompson, left side, shoots over Nurkic. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Outside, Russell, pass to Barnes. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Wanamaker. The shot's good. Wanamaker's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Nurkic. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
The pass to Nunn. The day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Outside, Russell. And it's sent back by Allen. And he gets it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Tobias Harris is checked in for Jared Allen. Karis LeVert's checked in for the 76ers. And it's the 76ers with the ball. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Polished offensive player. Bogdanovich has a nice-looking mid-range shot, and it just continues to get better.
Nunn passes to Thompson. Here's Nunn. LeVert defending. Nunn, that's good.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Bogdanovich looking around. Pass to LeVert. A floater. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Thompson. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Davis.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Russell with the bucket. Russell's got 12 points in just the second half.
And one of the most versatile scorers in the league. D'Angelo will sock you from all angles.
Pass to Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. Like, it's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. And some changes here for the 76ers. Barnes, he's checked in for Gallinari. Brooks comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Bogdanovich in for George. And both free throws good for Davis. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Russell finds Bogdanovich. Barnes looking around. Good on the bucket.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Down low, here's Davis, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And it's in there.
And the touch Embiid has on his jumper, I mean, looking so soft and accurate coming out of his hands.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Nunn. That shot off. Nice D from Russell. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. The dish to Embiid. Thompson with the rebound. Outside, Davis. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with your team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.